I'm Rafael Carrabba, and my role is basically conductor. What we do here is large restorations of predominantly cellos, but violins and some viola. We get a lot of students and professionals coming in for maintenance to make sure that their instruments are in working order. Because the musician identifies with their instrument and how it represents their career and how they express themselves. My mother started working for a violin shop when I was 11 years old. She brought in my father's bass, and back then there were a few people going into the craft, and so she encouraged her boss at the time to start me as an apprentice just after my 12th birthday. And so I was working for 25 cents an hour, which I thought was overpaid, but that's better than my paper route. The man that started me in the business was ill and wanted to sell the business to my mother and myself, and so we both bought that in 1985. But I started working with him in 1964. I always enjoy connecting instruments to players. I think that's great. But each sale usually has some sort of thing that's stressful, that comes up because it's an emotional thing. We're dealing with emotion and sound and feel and look. Well, I give them all the hard work. That's why I said I'm the conductor. Yeah, I mean, that's really the easiest job. No, after the cracks are all glued and so on, oftentimes if they're not doing the retouching, I'll get the retouching, or the finishing work is a lot of the things that I do. But everybody's capable of doing it. We just, to make work speedy and get things done efficiently, we work as a team and just keep things moving along. Believe it or not, it takes about 7 years to really feel confident, because there's so many different things that we do. How I learned, there was a time where there were like larger shops, a lot of the older generation teaching the younger, and but I don't see that around so much anymore. It's just it takes a lifetime, and it's good to start early, or if you start late, try to get somebody that really knows what they're doing to help you. A lot of times people find stuff in attics or whatever, or they want to have it, and so, we'll just bring them back to life. And some of these instruments are, hundreds of years old, and it takes months, sometimes years to do the work on these things and bring them back to a place that they're going to be fine for another more than 100 years.